Future Alpine driver Fernando Alonso is seen by many as one of the more colourful characters who is very different to current Renault driver Daniel Ricciardo. The team's managing director Cyril Abiteboul has now spoken about the differences between the two drivers to GP racing. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Fernando Alonso is a bit more aggressive and pushy. Abiteboul began by explaining the sort of driver Daniel Ricciardo is. Talking about very important stuff with Daniel isn't that easy because he's actually quite shy. He's not going to be very direct about the things that don't work. It took me some time to decode and understand what's really behind that smile. He then contrasted that with Fernando Alonso. Fernando is a completely different animal. He will be blunt on the engine, the car, the strategy, the organisation. He then explained how both are still able to push the team to do its best. We know that. Both of them are commanding us to do our absolute best, one by telling you the way it is, the other one through his expectations and the standard of driver he is. He signed off by summing up Alonso in a single sentence. He is probably a bit more aggressive and pushy. Fast feed. Renault's Esteban Ocon thinks that they generally perform very well when it is very hot. Daniel Ricciardo has confirmed that his final year at Red Bull in 2018 had so many emotions that it was the most difficult year for him to date. He added that the fun factor is really high at the moment and that he loves racing, and that was probably reinforced by the lockdown and the lack of competition. Haas driver Romain Grosjean has pointed out how 7-time world champion Michael Schumacher had his conflicts with Damon Hill and Jacques Villeneuve. Those were some dubious parts of his career. Meanwhile, current world champion Lewis Hamilton didn't have that at all. He was always very neat in his duels on track, according to Grosjean. However, in Michael's defence, he has always had a lot of competition, while Hamilton has only had to fight one car since 2014, concluded Grosjean. Former F1 driver Robert Dornbos feels that this has been a crazy year, because it wasn't exciting at all for the championship, but actually, every weekend is a spectacle with beautiful battles. Ferrari Sebastian Vettel thinks it's more important to see if the teams can make it to 23 races, because that's going to be quite a lot. He further elaborated that it's more than an hour and a half on Sunday. They're working hard behind the scenes. FIA race director Michael Massey has confirmed that they have already changed the process of unlapping procedure and that the safety car will drive 1 or 2 extra laps. And 2016 world champion Nico Rosberg managed to beat Hamilton for one season, and he's very proud of that. And the more Lewis wins, the more Nico understands how hard it was to win from him. Should the lapped cars be allowed to unlap themselves under a safety car? Should they stay as they are? Or should they be dropped to the back? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.